We open with this young girl on Laconia interacting with some of the terrestrial life forms here. I think that the humans' interactions with this alien ecosystem is going to have some substantial consequences. Also, this strange dog looks very ominous to me, but really I have absolutely no idea what is going on here because I've not read the novella. But it's very fair to say that my interest is very piqued. I love this ominous intro here, allowing us to see the devastation the marker has wrought upon Earth. The atmosphere is clouded and the sun is struggling to reach its UV light into us. The polar ice caps are melting, everything is in a cascade, and the Earth is in this tailspin which it cannot get out of at this point. It's completely fucked. Shorin's profoundly dark performance as the normally charismatic and confident Avasarala here was so beautiful and sad. Her husband has died and her planet is dying, and even though now she has all the control at her fingertips that she's ever desired, all she can really do is sit back and try to slow this devastating cascade from transpiring any quicker. I loved the slower, more character-centric pacing of Season 5, but I also loved the fast, exciting pace of the final 7 episodes in Season 3. A shorter season here dictates that events must start to transpire quicker, and to jump right into the Rossi's assault on the Free Navy is very exciting. Everything has to be so much more quicker and fast-paced, which is one of the amazing elements that The Expanse has always managed to do. Have tension and suspense and carry that through all these episodes, just keeping you completely immersed. And to see the Rossi crew here fighting the Free Navy in the midst of the trenches in the middle of this war, it's amazing, but the emotional toll being taken on them is immense, and we're only going to see that further unfold as this episode continues. Our beloved family's fractured mental state is both sad and engaging to witness. Alex's death, Holden's heroics, Naomi losing Filip once again, and Amos inviting Clarissa onto the Rossi. All these events have consequences. It's not just that they transpire then are completely thrown to the wayside when the new season begins. These characters are written like actual people who carry the emotional baggage from all these past traumatic events into the next set of events that are going to transpire. They don't just breeze through these horrible situations with no consequences. Everything that happens takes a toll on them, and they're all fighting and broken and worn down. You can see the makeup under Dominic Tipper's eyes. She's so tired. They've just been in this war for what, fucking 7 years now? It's amazing and brutal and sad and immersive, and I love it. I love this shot of Amos leaving the Rossi here. It's not a high budget Hollywood feature film set of CGI, but it's well executed in any case, and it probably conveys the danger that our crew are just living day to day. We then cut to Filip aggressively fucking this Belter woman, and I think his character is in a far more interesting place here than we've ever seen him before. He's both dealing with the PTSD of helping his father murder millions and taking advantage of his new celebrity status in a very destructive, emotional manner. I think all of this is going to crescendo in a very exciting character arc. It obviously gets to some end at the end of this episode, but these two elements here working on his psyche are just, building towards some type of extreme outcome. Marco reveals here that he's killed Anderson Dawes, and I was always holding off hope that the amazing Jared Harris would return to this show. I know that they kept on trying to get him for every season, but he was such a great actor in such high demand that they could never get him again. It's sad because he is one of the all-time greatest actors. I just finished watching Mad Men, and if you haven't watched Mad Men, it's a slow drama, but it's amazingly well written with a great amount of emotional depth for all these complex characters. And yeah, Jared Harris's character has an arc. I won't spoil it for you, but if you're a Jared Harris fan, watch Chernobyl and watch Mad Men, and it's a little bit sad to know that he's not coming back to the Expanse.
Dawes always said
Dawes is dead because I got tired of listening to what he had to say. And Fred Johnson is dead. Both of them and all their failures swept away. History has moved on.
This show's deep, dark character dynamics and relationships are so well written. I feel like it's known for being this high-concept sci-fi show that includes real-life science where it can, that looks amazingly beautiful with all these grand special effects and beautiful lighting. But really at its heart, the reason why I'm engaged is because of these deep and interesting and complex, very well written character dynamics here. I would put it up against the likes of The Sopranos and Mad Men and Breaking Bad and all of the other ones. Well, what's the fucking cowboy one with Brad Dourif? It escapes me. My point is that The Expanse is not just a high concept sci-fi show. Here we see how complex and amazing all these character dynamics can be, and it's not just the writers, it's the actors. It's all brilliant and completely immersive.
I'm not saying that, but maybe you could cut Peaches a fucking break like we all did for you.
you should find somewhere else to be.
This beautiful tracking shot leads to Marco standing on his soapbox and once again regurgitating his charismatic rhetoric. He just says stuff, just trying to manipulate the people further to whatever ideology or will that he wants. But really, Ceres is running low on food and he's struggling with the logistics of running the economy of the belt and doesn't seem to care for the people a whole lot at all. He may come off as this beautiful, charismatic leader, but we all know that he's just a piece of crap that's just manipulating everyone to his own wants and will, which is just control and violence in the end. Drama is now dealing with her betrayal of Marco. Once again, there are consequences for her actions. She doesn't get off scot-free from what she did in the last season. And it's really sad here to see the situation that her and her crew are put in. They're fractured and beaten and broken, and she's forced to cut Michio loose, which is so sad after she's lost Fred and Anderson and Ashford and Serge. Marco has taken so many of the people from her that she loved so dearly and just forced her into this brutal survival lifestyle where she's just clinging on for air and food and ammunitions. I love you, drama. I know that you couldn't have done anything else in what you did, but yeah, it's sad to see where you are. Consequences.
I don't want to leave you.
It isn't forever. When this is all over, we will come back and find you.
When it is over.
The reactor's starting up as Naomi screams and Holden smashes was so very intense. We got this surging synth score which just built and built and built. It was so very early in the morning and I was so very high and it was so very loud. It reminded me of Denny's Dune. My head was on the brink of almost exploding. Filip is not only struggling with the past transgressions that he allowed and helped to happen, but he feels like he has no place in the Free Navy and that he has no part or place to contribute. His father is also completely unable to comfort him in this moment of mental darkness, and it all just starts to build upon him that he's fucked up and he's useless and has no part to play in the future.
We should discuss this further. I would like to in private.
Medina needs more titanium, a lot more. The Laconian pieces have been harder to install.
This moment with Holden and Amos in the ship was so amazing. Holden's heroics have damaged and destroyed so much. He can't help but continue to try to solve the proto-molecule problem, even though it's gotten so far away from them. And Amos's admission that he'd rather be on Luna just drinking himself into oblivion, but can't yet abandon Holden, but could abandon Holden if Holden continues to push down this path. It was just so illuminating and heartbreaking. I love these characters and they've been through so much, and all these moments are just built in the reality of past events that have transpired. The writers are all so aware of the history of this show and the arc of these characters, and now to see them at this breaking point is sad.
I am out here to kill Marco before he kills us. The only reason that I'm still out here instead of drinking myself blind on Luna is because I don't want to abandon you.
Naomi is now forced into killing her own day to day. She's lost so much, and after fighting so long not to be part of Marco's violence, is now pulled into it on the other side, killing his own people and trying to destroy him. These characters are so traumatized and broken from the past events of Season 5 and Season 1 to 4.
I don't know how much longer I can bear it.
I'm both excited and apprehensive to see how Filip's abusive father is going to deal with his violent outburst when Filip shot his friend in that bar. Marco's emotional range only really extends to manipulation and violence. He's unable to deal with any situation with any sense of compassion or understanding. Everything's from his perspective. He completely lacks any sense of empathy, and the only tools in his toolbox are violence and manipulation. So yeah, I don't think with everything else on Marco's plate, dealing with the failing economy and lack of food within the belt and all these factions and the political turmoil, that Marco is going to be dealing with Filip's outburst in any positive or helpful manner. Naomi has found the orbit of a spotter ship. Bobbie is en route to the Rocinante. Avasarala has a big plan, and everything is in motion to the next big event within the Expanse universe. In conclusion, the Expanse is back. It continues to be beautiful and creative and immersive and amazing, and I'll see you all next week for episode 2! Thank you all for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, YouTube stuff, whatever, man.